Today we are going to look at dividing polynomials, and specifically we are going to be dividing using long division. Before we get into any kind of polynomial work, I thought we could look at one long division example with just numbers. So we have 3 divided into 53. And it's okay if you don't know how many times 3 can divide into 53. That's the great thing about long division, as long as you know your multiplication up through 10. You'll be set. So let's go. We're going to start by just asking ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 5? Again, the number 53 is a little bit big, and I don't know how many times 3 goes into 53, but when I look at the first digit, I do know how many times 3 goes into just 5. So that's where we're going to start. And the answer to that question, 3 divides into 5 one full time. So I am going to put that number up at the top. That is what we call our quotient, another name for an answer. Now what I'm going to do is take the 1, that's the first part of my quotient, I'm going to multiply. I'm going to do 1 times 3. And I'm going to line that up right underneath the 5. And what we're going to do is subtract 3 from 5 to get 2. Okay, so we've completed one full cycle here. We divided 3 into 5, and we found out that happened one time. We're going to take 1 times 3, which is 3, and subtract the 5 and the 3 to get 2. Now we're not quite done, because remember we only completed that process with the 5, so I need to bring down the 3 here. And we're going to go through the cycle one more time, but this time I'm going to ask myself, how many times does 3 divide into 23? Okay, so I'm using the number down here at the bottom, 23, and I know that 3 can divide into 23 7 full times, because 7 times 3 is 21. And if I subtract 21 from 23, I am going to get 2 left. So that 2 that remains is actually the remainder. So when we look at our answer, we have 3 dividing into 53 7 full times with 2 left over. Now typically you would write remainder 2, but what that really means is 2 out of 3. I'm going to use that divisor. Remember, we're dividing in 3 into 53, so really we're left with 2 thirds. So 17 full times and then 2 thirds. So you're going to take that remainder and basically create a fraction using your divisor. And that's your long division recap. We are going to try that same process, but we're going to bump it up and include some variables here. So notice our next example. We have a polynomial here, looks like a trinomial, and I am going to divide into that the binomial 3k plus 2. Okay, so this part here is my divisor that I'm going to divide into that trinomial. So take a look at the setup. Remember, we want to put our divisor out in front, and then the dividend, or the part that we are dividing into, goes underneath our division symbol. Okay, now our process, we are going to start very similar, where we're going to divide, and I'm going to only look at the first part, because again, looking at the whole polynomial, 3k squared minus 7k minus 6, is a lot to handle, so we're going to split it up and look into chunks here. So I'm just going to look at the 3k squared part. And when I do the dividing, I'm going to look at the first part of my divisor, the 3k. So when I ask myself to divide, I am going to take the 3k squared, and I'm just going to divide 3k into that. Okay. Now I'm going to choose to write my dividing like a fraction, because I'm pretty confident with my fraction work. If I want to simplify that, I can see that it's going to happen k times, basically. So just by reducing that fraction off to the right here, I know that the first part of my quotient is going to be a k. Now the second step, we want to take that k, and remember we want to multiply that by the divisor, and in this case I am going to use the entire 3k plus 2 to multiply that. So think about this as a distribute. So when I distribute k to 3k, I'm going to get 3k squared, and when I distribute k to the 2, that's going to be plus 2k. So I am going to write that part underneath my dividend here. Okay, so I'm going to line up the like terms. Organization will be really important here. So I've got the 3k squared plus 2k. And remember, you want to subtract these two pieces. Now the important thing when we are subtracting, make sure we are subtracting both columns. So I'm going to start with the 3k squared and subtract 3k squared. Those should cancel each other out. If they don't, chances are we probably did something wrong in step 1 with our dividing. And now be very careful with your negative signs here. We're going to have a negative 7k, and we are subtracting 2k. So that's going to leave me with negative 9k. And the last step here is to bring down the negative 6. Okay, so in our process, we started with our dividing. We went to a multiply. I didn't use my subtraction. I just completed it within the problem. I didn't really do anything off to the side for any work here. And the bringing down, again, I didn't have much work off to the side, but I do see in my actual problem I brought down the negative 6. So it's kind of that 4-step process that we have off to the right, and we are going to complete that same cycle, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down one more time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I erase my work off to the side so I am ready for that new cycle. And this time, when I start with dividing, I'm going to use the negative 9k, and I am going to divide, remember, just the first part of that divisor, so just the 3k. So when I look at that as a fraction and I reduce, I am going to get negative 3. Right? Negative 9 over 3 reduces to negative 3, and the k's will cancel out. So that negative 3 is going to go up top as part of my quotient, and I'm ready to multiply. So I'm going to multiply that negative 3 by the divisor, 3k plus 2. And don't forget this is a distribute problem, so negative 3 times 3k is negative 9k, and negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. So I am going to write that in my problem here. Let's see, negative 9k minus 6. And the next step is to subtract. So I'm going to make sure that I subtract both columns here. Now it is okay, I know some of us don't really like subtracting, especially when it involves quite a few negatives. It is okay to change this to addition as long as you are going to distribute the negative, or basically change both signs here in the problem. So if I want to change to addition, my negative 9k now becomes positive 9k, and my negative 6 now becomes positive 6, and I'm free to add those together. So let's take a look. Negative 9k, now I'm adding 9k, and those end up canceling each other out. And negative 6 plus 6, again, those cancel each other out. So it looks like I have a remainder of 0. So my final answer, it actually divided in equal or evenly, so I have no remainder and a final answer of k minus 3. I'm using that quotient that's on top there. And there you have it, a long division problem with a polynomial. How cool was that? Okay, let's look at example 2. Now notice on this one, it has a little bit different setup. They have it set up as a fraction. And remember, the denominator of your fraction is your divisor. So notice I went ahead and wrote that x minus 3. I just wrote that out in front. And then on the numerator of the fraction, that is the dividend there. So I went ahead and wrote that under my long division symbol. And now it's set up, I'm ready to divide, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of follow those 4 steps again. And remember, with the dividing, you are going to look at just the first part of the divisor and the first part of the dividend. So you are going to divide x into x squared. And if you write it as a fraction, just ask yourself, okay, can I reduce this fraction? And yes, I can reduce that down to an x, and that's going to start off our quotient here. Okay, so I'll put an x on top. Now when I go to multiply, I'm going to take that first part of my quotient, the x, and I'm going to multiply that by x minus 3. Make sure to distribute to both terms. So we have x squared minus 3x. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write that underneath. Make sure I get that lined up to write that underneath my dividend here. Maybe, if the pen will let me. Okay, let's try one more time. I'm going to write that x squared minus 3x. Awesome. Alright, my next step, I need to subtract. I'm going to put some parentheses around this so I remember to subtract both parts here. So I'm going to start off with x squared minus x squared, and those cancel. Now be really careful with your negatives because I've got a 5x and I'm subtracting negative 3x. So the two negatives actually make it positive, and I am going to wind up with 8x when I do the subtracting. Now the fourth and final step in the cycle is to bring down the next piece. So next to my x terms, I have the whole number 20. So I'm going to bring the 20 down and get ready to start a brand new cycle.